Download the official WapCar app on Apple App Store and Google Play Store now.
Good morning everyone, it's Jason from WapCar, and right here with me is the new Nissan Navara Pro 4X. Looks fierce, doesn't it? Is it any good? Let's find out. So what's the Navara Pro 4X like behind the wheel? Now we're at around about 33% stiffer rear, huh? The car still pitches and rolls quite substantially. I know it's like, yeah, of course, it's a truck. I'm doing this in comparison to its direct rivals, which somehow have a flatter characteristic, right? It's not a bad thing, it's not terrible, but you will feel it, all right? Which brings me to the seat, right? The zero gravity seats, they really live up to their name. Really comfortable. You can sit in this for hours, long distance journeys. No problem. No problem. The seats are very comfortable. Even for a guy who has lower back problems like me, it's comfortable. What it does lack a bit is side bolstering, right? And that part, it can do with a bit extra bolstering because it's a tall car inherently. So when it pitches, you move around more. It's not even performance driving. It's just keeping you in place. But otherwise, the seats, no complaints, right? The steering wheel though. So with the steering, the car feels a bit odd, right? There's not much feel, which is totally fine, no problem. What is a bit disconcerting is that modern steering setups, they are light at low speeds, and then they get heavier as you go faster. But this one is the opposite, meaning at lower speeds, it's a bit heavy, and then it goes lighter as you progress, which is a problem if you're taking freeway high-speed sweepers. It doesn't inspire confidence. I'm not expecting this car to be rock solid on the highway, but for steering to be light, it doesn't inspire confidence, right? Ride comfort, acceptable, but again, its rivals do it a bit better despite not having leaf springs at the back. Still, it's a bit stiff, and it's still the motion, this lateral motion of the car still feels a little bit clumsy. Moreover, road holding, when you pitch it into a bend, it exhibits quite a lot of movement, like I said, lateral movement. You know, in terms of road holding, I think the Mitsubishi Triton still does it the best. It has the most accomplished, the most car-like feel of all its rivals, this one included. Powering the new Nissan Navara Pro 4X is the familiar 2.5-litre turbo diesel engine carried over from the pre-facelift model. It has 190 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. The transmission is a 7-speed automatic with manual mode. The Navara Pro 4X also has a fully switchable 4-wheel drive system that is able to change modes on the fly with speeds up to 100 km per hour. So if you haven't watched Adrian's walk-around video of the Navara Pro 4X, click on the link above. I will share with you what I like and don't like about the car. Now, starting from the exterior, look at the grille. It's imposing. I love the finish and it looks really good. The logo, very subtle but menacing at the same time. Black finish with red lettering, and it's consistent across the car. Moving to the headlamps, quad LEDs. Look at that, very, very classy. Nice. On the sides, you get gloss back finish on the mirror caps and also the door handles. Subtle aggression once again. And at the rear, my favorite feature is actually this boot lid lip that gives the car a very, again, aggressive look. Finishing off is the LED tail lamps, and the logo is still there. Black and red accent. Very nice. Now, moving on to what I don't really like about this car. This orange accent. Why? It's trying too hard. It's all over the car. Second thing, the paint color. Again, trying too hard. Not really a fan. On the inside, what I like. The seats. This is the zero gravity seats as well. Pro 4X emblazoned across. Very nice finishing. Steering wheel. Yes, I know it's from the Almera, but it's a nice design, a good size. Rim thickness is also pretty good. Buttons feel very sturdy. Very nice. Center console. You get Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, all the modern amenities one would need. And then electronic climate control. Can't really complain, can you? Now let me show you what I don't like about the interior. There's no grab handle here. There's one on the passenger side, right? So that means I gotta get in the car like this. And then there is no steering wheel adjustment for reach. Height, yes, this should be standard, right? Speaking of standard, the seats are not electrically adjustable, manual. It should be standard as well for a car costing this much. Then you go to the switches in the center console, very nice, right? Then you have blank switches here. That's not a good look. In conclusion, would I recommend the Navara Pro 4X to anyone looking to buy a truck? Well, I would say test drive all the competitors and then decide. This is not a bad car by any stretch of the imagination. It does most things well. It has all the modern amenities that a truck would need, but it falls short in a few departments. Chiefly, no steering wheel adjustment for reach and manual seat controls. That seems a bit stingy when compared to its rivals, right? Rivals are a bit more generous in that department. And it feels like the Navara Pro 4X was conceived to go toe-to-toe with the Toyota Hilux Rogue. That's what it feels like to me. Ultimately, it is just a bit short of that car. Yes, the Toyota Hilux Rogue is a personal favorite of mine because it does most things so well. It has very little flaws. It's a very complete truck. And that is why I like it so much, right? The Navara, if you were to nitpick, as I did, you would find some flaws. But is it a bad car? No. As always, thank you for watching. This is Jason from WapCar, and we'll see you in the next video.